So hey everybody, listen, I am on today just doing a quick video, my weekly video. This will be my only video for the week. So I am on today. I had told you guys that Noah will be doing winter sowing, and we will be showing you what he's doing. So winter sowing like a greenhouse effect. It's where you take your like milk jugs and stuff like that, put your dirt in there, fertilize it, put your seeds, and it has a greenhouse effect. You usually do it in milk jugs, so you can do like anything like plastic. We do milk jugs. So let me turn it around. So what Noah's doing. So this is winter sowing. So what we did was Noah's adding dirt. What we did was we cut them like in half. They say you measure. I don't ever measure, but I usually cut it to about right here. And then what you do is you add your dirt like Noah's doing. He's going to do each one, and we're going to do our seeds last. I have them labeled. So you add your dirt. Then you put your seeds in there. I usually just sprinkle them, a few seeds on top or whatever I'm growing. Fertilize it. Or no, I'm sorry, I have it backwards. I usually put my fertilizer. Well, I'm doing liquid fertilizer, so I don't need to do, if I'm doing a granulate fertilizer, I used to put the dirt, then when I granulate like this here, this is like my granulate fertilizer like this. I will sprinkle that on, and then I put my seed in, and then I put my liquid fertilizer. Today is some of them. I don't know if I'm going to add my granulate fertilizer to all of them. I just might do a liquid because I'm kind of low. So once we get the dirt in, once we get our, see, everything is labeled. I did it in a permanent marker this time. Last time I messed up and had the wrong marker and everything was off. It was disastrous, kind of. So once we do that, we get the dirt in, we get our fertilizer or our seed. Well, I would say we get our seed in. Then we fertilize, and then what we do is we tape them up like this, and then we sit them outside, and that's called. And you do it during the winter time. As you see, I already did a couple. I did my lettuce, and they're out there, outside, and this is like a greenhouse. So we'll leave this out here. I'm going to line them up. We'll leave this out here and let it grow. And when it comes time to plant them, we'll open them up. Usually after the last frost date, we'll open them up, put out whatever seedlings that we have in there to plant, and we'll plant them in our planters or in our garden bed. So I have lettuce out here. But you have to make sure when you cut them, like Noah's cut them, you have to make sure you tape them. And I usually sit mine close together, tape them up and sit them all close together, in like a uniform line, something like a garden, like a uniform. It's like a little greenhouse gardens. And yes, we did this last year. And yes, they do grow. Now, some things did not grow, but most things did, like our cold weather crop like lettuce and Swiss chard and like kale. So I plan on winter sowing all of my kale and my collards and my lettuces and putting them outside. And they grow. Last year they were really nice. They grew really nice. I got a lot of seedlings to plant because they turned out really, really, really nice. So here, put the dirt in this one on. So once we get all the dirt in, I don't usually let Noah mess with the fertilizer. We'll seed it, and then we'll fertilize it, and we'll tape them up, and we'll sit them outside and let them grow. And after the last day of frost, usually they're ready to plant. You got your plant to plant. So, and you don't have to worry about going to the store to buy transplant. So this is one of the ways that you can start your seedlings for your gardens You can do winter sowing. So, like I said, we're gonna do all our cold weather because we are here in the Midwest. So we're gonna do our cold weather. We're gonna do lettuces. That's okay. Lettuce, Swiss chard. We're gonna do. I did collards. I'm not sure if these collards are gonna pop because I don't like growing collards in the summertime. I usually try to grow them when it's in the fall or like closer to winter. Because collards over here, they don't really do too well. But I accidentally opened a thing of collard seeds, and they popped all over the place. So I had to go ahead and winter sow. So we're gonna see if we get any seedlings out of that to plant. I'm talking seedlings. I mean any transplants to plant. So I will be taking you through the process, showing you what they look like. I did this last year. So we'll be taking you through the process and showing you what it looks like. And it's really neat. And this is something that you guys, like I said before, we got to get back to the basics, guys. We got to teach our kids and our grandkids how to get back to the basics. I mean, how to grow stuff, how to use a hammer, how to use a nail, how to build stuff. We got to teach these young people because during these times and ages now, guys, they're gonna need this. They're gonna know how to. Because stuff is so expensive and so high. They're gonna have to know how to plant a garden. They're gonna have to know how to start seeds. They're gonna have to know how to plant a plant. All this stuff they're gonna have to know, guys, because the way things are going. In order for them to get a naturally grown product, they're gonna, or something naturally grown, fruits and vegetables, they're gonna have to try to do some of this stuff themselves because it's gonna be so expensive for them to walk into the store and get it. So they're gonna have to learn how. You need to start teaching them how to do it themselves. Not only is for themselves, but they can learn how to farm and use that as a skill. They're gonna need that. That's gonna be a hot skill. To me it will, because food is going to be so high and produce and vegetables and stuff is going to be so high. So a person that knows how to naturally do that themselves, that's going to be a skill set. So teach your grandkids, God, teach your kids. They're going to have to get back to the basics on doing this. So I'm going to get off here preaching, y'all, because I need to. Noah's almost got all the dirt and all the
I did.
milk. Oh, you got all the milk jugs. You got one right here, Noah. One kale. So you got all the milk jugs filled with the dirt. So now I got to go through and seed everything and then fertilize everything. And we'll tape them up and put them in my backyard. And then come April, I'll check on them periodically. But come April, probably around April, I'll pop them and see what I have on the inside. To transplant into my garden beds and into my planters and my garden beds and my green stock. And I'm probably gonna get Noah a new raised bed too, so we'll do that. And believe it or not, when we did this last year, we got a lot of. I also did this process last year, and we also direct seeded in my garden beds, and we got a lot of lettuce, guys, a lot. And what happened was we had so much lettuce that I had to give some away to my daughter's. She works for with females Department of Health, and they have a community garden area. So I had so much abundance that I ended up donating some to them also, because I work in their community garden. They have a community. I volunteer sometimes. They have a community garden that I volunteer for, and you can also donate. Like if you have excess, if you're a gardener or a farmer or something like that, if you have extra produce that you can donate, you can also donate also. So I end up donating. I had so much lettuce last year that Brianna did end up donating some lettuce. So that's another good thing, is teaching, him doing this is teaching him not only to grow, but how to grow for others. So let me get off of here. He's ready to go, y'all. Let me help him out. He need a little help, holding help, y'all, because he's got all the dirt planted. So we're gonna do the seedlings and get everything planted for outside. And that is winter sowing. Like I said, this is a greenhouse. There are actually many greenhouses, but if you plan on doing this, study it. It's called winter sowing. check your zone, make sure you're studying, and if you're doing it, now is the time to really get started doing it. He said he's done. Yeah. Now it's time to really get started to do it because you want to give this, you have to give this like a couple of weeks, like anywhere from, I would say about 8 weeks for these to actually produce some growth. So you need at least 8 weeks of growth, and they usually start around maybe you usually start to see something around maybe I say around April. You usually see whether or not they grew or not. So let me get off of here because he ready to go, y'all. He did the dirt part. I'll go do the other parts because he want to go home and eat. He came straight from school to help me out. I didn't help too because I cut my finger, almost sliced it real bad. So he's over here helping me out. With a meat grinder. So he's over here helping me out. He is my little gardener, so he's over here helping me out today. So say bye, Noah. Bye. Have a good Friday. Everybody have a good day. Be great, be safe. Don't worry about tomorrow, y'all. Don't worry about yesterday. Focus on the day with the Lord is giving you peace and blessings. Grow something. Get back to basics. Teach your children, teach your grandkids to grow something and learn how to use your hands, y'all. You can use this. You can use this. And you can use this. And you also pray above to use him, God. Bye.